Why aren't you playing as well as you should? In my journey to get better and hit eternity, I've been watching a lot of videos and VODs recently, and one stood out for me yesterday. It's a coaching video by Awkward, who's a really good player and you should check him out. Now, the moment I want to show you is this.
Cookie, it seems like to me like it's almost like you don't hear people that are shooting behind you all the time. There are people behind you and you don't pay attention.
I feel like I'm trying to pay attention to too many things and it's getting hard to
Okay, fair enough.
filter out what's important and what isn't.
Luna shooting at you from behind by herself, it's a pretty easy target to kill. For the most part, yeah?
Yeah.
So why the difference in opinion between the two? To Awkward, it's pretty simple, but to the other player, it's getting hard. Why? Now, don't forget, this player is a good player. It's just that Awkward is really good. Here's what I think. First off, it's just a lot of new stuff he has to learn. And secondly, it's not important to him. And let me give you an example of what I mean. Have you ever entered your car to drive to work, then played a video on YouTube or ate a meal or just daydreamed about something and realized that you suddenly have arrived? Then you thought, holy shit, how did I not die? I wasn't paying any attention. I just got here. That's passive driving. Now, have you ever had a time where you were late to work? It's 4:15 and you have to be there at 4:30 and it takes 25 minutes to get there. You jump in your car like a madman and drive like an absolute maniac. You swerve, you weave through traffic, you stare down at every red light to let them know that you're in a hurry. And somehow you get there in time. And on the way you had to do so much, you're absolutely exhausted to squeeze that 10-minute difference. That would be active driving. Even though you can passively drive, you chose to do more so you could get there faster because it's important to you. You can't lose. In pro scenes for gamers like StarCraft, clicks per minute is a good way to determine who will climb up or who will not. But not just any clicking counts. I'm going to show you this article by NBC. How fast is fast? Some pro gamers make 10 moves per second. This is an article from 2013. The way you talk about a player physically is similar to how you talk about a baseball player, Weber said. It's always their mechanics. Mechanics in StarCraft refers to a player's speed, accuracy, ability to multitask, and efficiency. Look at this. A guy like me can hit 300 actions per minute easily. But it's mostly wasted because the way I get there is just to click a lot, most of which are redundant actions. For example, when I click for a unit to move, I'll spam it 10 times to keep my speed up. A good player will click once for everything and jump back and forth on the map a lot to control units at his opponent's bases as well as direct around units at home. The thing I want you to focus on is the ability to multitask and the ability to click once for everything and jump back and forth. In essence, they're doing a lot, way more than the average player does, and everything they do is specific and important. We're not going to be doing the same thing in Marvel Rivals, but it's going to be something similar. What does that mean? If you get done more in a certain period of time than, let's say, your opponent, you'll have an advantage. But you say, Muffin, there's only so much that you can do. Physically, yes, there's a limit of how many things you can do in the game. But mentally, there's much more that you can do. For example, targeting. You can just target anyone and shoot. You'll be doing damage and stuffing your stats. But if you constantly scan for a squishy that's a little bit far from their team or is out of their support's LOS, you will get a kill, most likely. Might be less damage, but you will put your team at a 6v5 advantage. How about ult tracking? Literally counting who used their ult in your head and trying to remember it. Might be the difference between telling your teammates you baited their support ult when in reality you only wasted your own, or getting some kills. And how about skill tracking? Tracking Loki's regen domain might be the difference between teammates calling you an absolute carry and telling you to get off Psylocke. Or you could be tracking your cooldowns. I don't know how many times I died as Psylocke after running out of dashes. Or jumping into an enemy team with Namor when I don't have my bubble. Or it could be something as different as paying attention whose health is low so you can target them and make sure nobody in your team dies. Each individual thing is easy to do, but when you have to do everything together in a game, it becomes too much. But what I'm really trying to get to is not something specific that you can do, but having a certain mental state towards everything. Instead of turning off your brain and defaulting to what you already know, it's actively trying to engage with the game and learning and improving every single time you play. And I understand, some players don't want to juggle so many things because at that point it's not fun anymore. But I promise you, when it stops feeling like you're juggling so many things, it becomes way more fun. And if you don't want to go that route, that's fine. But if you do, I think good things are waiting for you. So just like a person learning to drive, you must actively do everything until it becomes your new passive. It will take brain power and it will be exhausting, but if you want to get better at this game, this will be a really big plus. Here are the steps that make it easier. 1. Identify what you need to improve and implement. 2. Apply that to your gameplay, 1 or 2 at a time, basically as many as you can effectively tolerate. 3. Repeat until it's downloaded to your brain. I'm sure/hope that there are better methods out there, but this has been a big plus to my rate of improvement and made a noticeable difference in my gameplay absolutely right away. Whenever I play actively, which I try to do most of the time, I usually lock in, and I hope you do as well. Alright, thank you so much for watching this video. If you like the video, please hit the like button or leave a comment. Just try to make it positive if you can. And if you want to watch more videos that I'll be posting quite often, please hit the subscribe button. And I did use a part of Awkward's video, so if you want to watch more of that, I think it's really educational and really helpful. Check out his page and video. I'm going to leave a link below. And hope you have a great day. GG's.